Hey, thanks for joining us. Today we're going to be talking about taping an ankle. Taping an ankle is an important thing to know how to do, not only for injury prevention, but for getting back to participation quickly and safely. You can also use an ankle brace, but a lot of times athletes that are coming back from injury prefer to have their ankles taped. So there's one or two concepts that you need to understand. The first and most important is that you want to be able to pull the foot out. So most ankle sprains happen when the foot rolls in. Now, if we can pull the foot out with the tape, we're going to limit that. So what we need to do is, as the tape comes underneath the foot, we need to make sure that the tape is going towards the outside of the body. You'll see this later in our demonstration. Also, you want to make sure that when you have the ankle in a position to be taped, you're going to have the foot dorsiflexed. And what that means is you want them to pull the foot up as high as they can, toes pointing towards their head. What this is going to do is use bony anatomy to your advantage to allow for a more stable tape job. If you watch the next section, you're going to see the type of tapes, you're going to see the different parts of the ankle tape job, and then you're going to see a complete ankle tape job all done at one time. So the most important thing that you want to make sure is that the foot is at 90 degrees to the leg. As they start to drop down, the stability of the tape job lessens. So you want to make sure that throughout the tape job you keep their foot as high as they can have it. Next, you're going to grab your pre-wrap, and the goal with the pre-wrap is to wrap all the way around the foot and ankle, not pulling super tight, but making sure that everything is covered. Pre-wrap isn't a necessary part of the tape job, but it sure is more comfortable than pulling hair and skin off for the athletes at the end of practice. So once you have your pre-wrap on there, next you're going to do your foundation. These are going to go around 3 times, just like this. You notice a slight upward angle, and that's going to allow for no wrinkles in the back. Next comes stirrups. You're always going to start on the inside, pull it around, and then you're going to put slightly up on the outside. The reason why you pull up on the outside is so that it helps to keep the ankle from inverting. After doing 2, we're going to do 2 what are called horseshoes, and they simply wrap around. So if we look at the outside of our foot, you're going to see how it crosses right here, and then come back, and it crosses right there. We're going to do 2 of those to match. Then we're going to do 1 more stirrup, pulling up on the outside, and 1 more horseshoe, pulling around this way. Now you've created what's called a basket weave. The next step is to do a figure 8. So you're going to go around just like that. Alright, I know it was fast, but you're going to start straight up and down. You're going to come down underneath the foot. Then you're going to come up on the other side and around the ankle. I'm going to show you a second one now, which is all part of the ankle tape. So I'm going down, around, going to cross in the front, and then go around the back of the ankle. And that's what creates the figure 8. Next, we're going to do heel locks. Heel locks, you're going to start on a slight angle, pulling back towards the heel, and come behind the foot like that. That is 1 heel lock. The next heel lock, we're going to simply switch directions and pull from the heel around underneath the foot and come in front, like so. Now, one more time. The first one, and then I hook them together for our second one. From there, we have an almost complete ankle tape. Now all we have to do is cover up like so, making sure that we have no open spots where you can see pre-wrap. Now that I've shown you the pieces and parts of the ankle tape, I'm going to show you a real-time, step-by-step ankle tape. First, the pre-wrap. Next up comes our foundation, the 3 strips. Remember, slightly pointing up at the ends. Next, we have our stirrups, always from the inside to the outside. And remember, after 2, then we're going to do our horseshoes, pulling from out to in, crossing the stirrups to make the basket weave. Remember, foot up at 90 degrees. Next, we're going to finish up with 1 more stirrup and 1 more horseshoe. After that comes our figure 8, starting straight up and down, around in front of the ankle, and finishing in front of the ankle. I'm going to switch up and do one heel lock, followed by another heel lock, back to a figure 8, straight up and down, around the back and around the front, then one more set of heel locks. And then the last thing is I'm going to cover. And that's it.